Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays Naval Action, and today I will be doing a little bit different than usual. I was hoping to bring you today a third-rate battle where I would be going with in my Bellona with Nicaterial, who would also be in the third rate, and then fighting against two other third rates. What happened is that I was ambushed outside of Kingston Port Royal by a total, I believe, of 5 different ships consisting of one 4th rate and others 5th rates. So rather than giving you a third rate battle, I will talk a little bit about the PvP, the ganking and all that. Just to make perfectly clear, I don't have anything against the players that ambushed me, absolutely not. This is a game, and as such it should be treated. And to be fair, I was playing on the PvP server, as I always am, because this introduces a little bit of unpredictability, and this situation that I found myself in is also a part of that, you know, unpredictability, which gives Naval Action also its charm. Whether or not that's particularly fun for the person being hunted, well, that depends on your perception of fun. My perspective is that, just let's look at the facts. First, I'm playing on a PvP server. Second, I was ambushed out of the town, and I was stupid enough to take Bellona alone without the fleet. So if you look on all these things, as you can see, there are total 4 players, including a 4th rate Ret Visan, Hercules, Pirate Frigate and Hermione. So all in all, you would say that I wouldn't call this exactly a gank. I would have called it an uneven fight with very little chance of me winning, and serious chance on inflicting major damage at least on one of the combatants. However, it took me, to be perfectly honest, some good 4 or 5 minutes into the battle to realize what really happened. Because since I was in the fleet with Nicaterial, I was under impression that if I'm brought into the fight, that the player Nicaterial will also be joining the fight. So that for the first couple of minutes I was actually trying to understand, okay, well, where is this other player who was in the fleet with me? And then all of a sudden it dawned on me that basically I'm in this fight alone. And given the fact that Bellona, yes, it's a ship of the line, it's a very powerful ship, it can inflict major damage, for example, on this bell pool that's over here, and as you can see, by the single broadside I can reduce half of its armor to shreds. So, as you can see, this is by no means a teethless fight. However, given the numeric amount of the enemies, it is highly, and my ability to maneuver Bellona, it is very unlikely that I will be able to inflict significant enough damage for this outcome to be winnable. And given that all of the ships are faster than me, then we discuss in the purpose of this fight having a very, very low chance on winning. It's still doable, however, unlikely. For example, as you can see, this guy in Ret Visan, which was a Swedish 4th rate, which I have never knew even it was a premium ship until, like, after I looked it up. So, yes. Now, so a lot of people would basically describe as ganking. Possibly, you could argue that this might be, you know, ganking. However, I would say possibly, because ganking is defined when you're majorly outclassed, which in this case I would argue I'm not. I'm in the 3rd rate. However, I'm outgunned for sure, and I'm outnumbered, yes, for sure. So I wouldn't dare to call it again just an uneven fight. So, but then again, as I said, since I was playing in the in the PvP server, and given the fact that I've been, like I said, stupid enough not to bring a fleet with me because I was naively expecting that, yeah, nobody would be touching me outside KPR, I attribute that to my own fault. So I'm alone responsible for the situation that I found myself in. The other players were looking for an PvP opportunity to hunt themselves a third rate, and they've managed to do that. So, yeah, good opportunity that you have taken advantage of, guys. So no hard feelings on my end. Also, as to the devs, if you're trying to have this thing balance out, I had 1 or 2 players trying to join in. It was also one of the pirates in Ganking at some point. However, they were placed too far out, and we were too far downwind for them to actually do any meaningful result. So the whole outlook of the fight for me looked grim from the beginning. By the way, guys, this is not the justification video as to why I've lost, or a complete lack of skill on my end. To be honest, I've been a little bit rusty when it comes to playing PvP in Naval Action. I've been mostly playing PvEs and fighting against AI. Players, of course, are an entirely different challenge, and since Naval Action Legends finished, I didn't have a proper PvP fight, so this is mainly attributed to my, well, lack of time to actually play the damn game, because it takes such a long time. I'm enjoying it still, and even after this fight, I'm enjoying Naval Action still. I will still continue to play, but I can understand how the experience of losing such a third rate, especially since she was my main ship, can be very frustrating and disheartening. I mean, given the amount of time I'm able to play in, there's no way in hell I would be able to accumulate anything for Bologna for at least another month or 2. So, yeah, that's something that you have to factor into account. But I should have factored it into account when I actually sailed with that ship. So, as you can see, Bologna is quite tanky. It took them quite a while to take down my guns. And when I spoke to a colleague or friend who was actually playing way more than I did, he said what you should have done is put the chain on everything and just shoot them to the bananas and hopefully get out in time. And yeah, maybe this was a way how to get out of this situation. However, you have to also count in the element of surprise that well, I wasn't really in a position where I was able to find my bearings in time, and that's the element of surprise. Once again, in my head, this is not ganking, this is just good tactical sense from the attacker. They caught me completely off guard, and they were successful as a result. But that was the case as it was in the, as you can see behind the requin who was actually trying to help me out. So, as to conclude this discussion, do I think I was ganked? Not really. Am I frustrated by the loss of the ship? The fact that I won't be able to bring you guys like third-rate content? Yes. Do I think it's my own fault? Yes. So, will I continue to play Naval Action? Yes, highly likely. And as you can see, I have the King of Life here in the recon trying to assist me, but he also quickly realized that yeah, it was quickly evident that he was too far to be able to do anything other than harass them. So yeah, I guess when it comes to discussion and me about the position on the devs actually actively encourage PvP by introducing combat marks and the hunt missions and all that. And don't get me wrong, I think that's something that this game sorely needs. So despite me actually, being frustrated over the situation that I found myself in, I actually do encourage more PvP encounters, because the players which are not fighting, which are just fighting the bots, you can easily get bored and you say that the game is grindy and that there are no real battles. But hey, this battle that I'm actually now participating is actually a prime time example of unexpected battles that you find yourselves in. So to sum it up, basically, was the fight unfair? Yes. Is it my own fault? Yes, I should have known better and not take Balloon out without any escorts. But then again, guys, I mean, Naval Action is also one of the very fun games when done properly in PvP, so the only thing that you can do is basically learn from experience, not make the mistake again, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.